Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here in the back room of Norman's Rare Guitars. Welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day. Norm won't stop buying stuff. My God, we bought like 15 or 16 guitars today.
What?
Which is cool. I'm stocked up again on the Flat Top Friday stuff for a little bit here. Got some cool stuff, and like I was telling you yesterday, some cool Gretches. Oh man, just getting it all situated, getting it all inventoried, getting it all ready to go. I've got a really cool guitar for you today. I think we've done one of these before, but it was a really long time ago. But a fun Gibson acoustic from a fun era with a fun fretboard. It's Flat Top Friday. You guys ready for this? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Come on back, check this out. This thing's from the late 1930s. This is a Gibson LC Century of Progress. Original sunburst finish.
Wow.
Mark's out a maple fretboard. Nope, that's Mother O toilet seat right there. Oh, I don't make this shit up, that's what it's called. Yeah. So, let's talk about this. 1933 or 4, I forget when it was. What am I, a historian? Chicago had their 100-year anniversary, and they celebrated by throwing this Century of Progress kind of, festival parade. I don't know. It was in the 30s. I don't know what they did back then. But Gibson heard about it, decided since Kalamazoo was pretty close to Chicago that they'd jump in on the fun. And they built this model to commemorate the Century of Progress. Now, a few weeks back, we did that black LOO, which is what this is based on. So this is another one of the L series guitars. So we have the LO, we have the LOO, we have the L1, we have the L2, then we have the LC, Century of Progress, and then we have the Nick Lucas. How this differs, other than the obvious stuff, shape is the same. Still a Sitka spruce top. This one has got, these and the Nick Lucases will have a flamed maple back and sides instead of mahogany.
Wow.
Which is kind of nice. But what it's all about is that fingerboard. So normally you have a rosewood board with pearl inlays. They said, yeah, screw that. We'll do a whole pearl board with rosewood inlays. But like I said, this is not pearl. This is celluloid, otherwise known as mother of toilet seat. The whole entire fingerboard is celluloid, as well as the headstock veneer, and then we have the Gibson inlaid in, and then the inlays. This thing's a little bit hammered. Somebody loved this, but there is some very rad stuff you need to see. So this is not original to the guitar, but it is in pearl. This truss rod cover says C.L. Foster 1940. I'm assuming that is the original owner. But come here. Get real close, check this out. Look inside. There's all these pictures of women.
That's me.
That have been glued inside of this guitar.
I see it.
Now, pure speculation, but if this guy got this thing around 1940 and we get into World War II around 1941, there's a pretty good chance this may have come with him, and he might have glued in some pictures of his nearest and dearest inside of here. But I don't know what the story is. That was as good as one I could make up, but it's pretty cool to see all that in there. Great guitar, though. They're a lot of fun. Great size. And favorite of Elvis Costello. He had a signature model. Century of Progress came out. Gibson did 3 or 4 years ago. They did a small run with Elvis's name attached to him, but it was basically based on his Century of Progress. These go from 34 till about 39. They shipped, I think they said 3 or 4 in 1940, and they shipped 1 in 1941. You're going to have the pearl or the celluloid headstock overlay until about 38, and then they go back to just a wood overlay. I think the first one that we did, that we're talking way back in maybe the first 100, maybe first 70 episodes of Guitar of the Day, we did one that was a little bit later that had the wood. This one's a little bit earlier. Yeah, she's beat, but man, there's some stories in this thing. What do you say we go out to the couch? We'll give her the old French tickler, and we'll hit it with a flat pick. See what this thing can do. See how this thing can do. All right, we're out front. We have the 1938 Gibson Century of Progress, original sunburst finish with the mother of toilet seat fingerboard. Let's put it through some paces here. We'll start with the fingers, see what this guy can do. pick up flat pick. Let's lay into this thing a little bit harder, see how it reacts when the top gets to moving here. There you have it from 1938. We have the original Gibson LC, Century of Progress, Sitka spruce top, finished with the less sunburst finish. Got fiddleback maple, back and sides, also finished with sunburst, but of course, the mother of toilet seat. Fingerboard with the rosewood inlays, and of course, we have, what was his name again? C.L. Foster, 1940. Some smoking hot 1930s babes in there too. How's that for Flat Top Friday? Hey, follow me. Instagram, @Mark Agnesi. Follow the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. Check this and the rest of these guitars out online at normansrareguitars.com. And we only got one more left for you for the week.
Oh, baby. Oh my God.
See you guys tomorrow for one last episode of Guitar of the Day for the week. Peace.